I love Darth Maul.
Okay.
He's just such a cool character. He looks cool and his lightsaber is the best. I love that they always change a bit the lightsabers.
Well, when they were coming out, I remember liking Phantom Menace because it had like a lot of like cool lightsaber fights mostly. Uh, I didn't realize at the time that they were prequels to Star Wars. I was always confused why movies which are not connected have the same name. When Attack of the Clones came out, I remember it being really boring. Like, even in the theater. It was really hot, it was really annoying.
Listen, I was one of the 3 people in the world who saw the prequels but never saw the originals up until relatively late in my life.
Revenge of the Sith, I did like, and I probably still do like it the most right now. But I still don't really like it. I always found it confusing how Anakin was a 10-year-old boy in Phantom Menace, and Padme was like 18. And then in the next one, he's like 30 and she's maybe 25. And they're like dating. That's so confusing.
Never really, well, without the, unbeknownst of the difference in quality or the perceived quality between the prequels and the originals, I started with the prequels. Didn't really know that they were supposed to be this train wreck. And I can't tell you how I felt about them, but by the time I got to episode 4, I literally finished with watching. And I never got back to it up until 2015, which is when The Force Awakens came out.
I don't like the second one. The second one after the first prequel. The second one. I didn't like it because it was just not interesting in my opinion. Just how he was Boba Fett and everything. It was just I didn't really like it. The third one is probably one of my favorite ones. The Anakin battle against Obi-Wan is probably the best battle yet, and maybe there will be a better one in the 8th one, but right now it's my favorite.
And I had I had so many questions that I didn't understand when I was a kid, when I was watching the first episode. And I always thought for some reason that Padme, I never understood why in the end she would go out when she was in Naboo. You remember the scene when she was in Naboo and what was this frog guy? Like that was living in underworld.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Like would do all the way.
Yeah, that guy.
Well, when she had a double. She had a double to pretend she's the queen. But I never understood that. Because when she came out, she said, "I'm the real queen." I thought that, what? I never understood that part.
I am Queen Amidala.
I watched Revenge of the Sith last. It was kind of boring.
And that's it?
Yeah. Like, there's nothing to the movie. It doesn't make me angry or anything, but like, it's just there. Nothing really happens. It's a lot of like CGI, unrealistic computer graphics. The dialogues are kind of stupid. The logic of the characters doesn't make sense. The fact that like Darth Vader is a really cool character is Anakin, and Anakin is a very whiny character who betrays the whole galaxy just so he can save his wife, but then betrays his wife because his mentor and best friend showed up to help him. And then his mentor and best friend says,
"Only a Sith deals in absolutes."
which is an absolute line all on of its own. So, it's nonsense.
Besides being completely boring and oh boy, there's a whole list of things.
Do you remember them well?
I don't remember them that well, but I know that they're completely unengaging. They've been talked to death in I mean, they are boring, but the reasons for that are to do with filmmaking, which is why there's still a debate because it's subjective. And I know that there are people that enjoy the prequels, but I pretty much think that their opinion is worth 50% of that of a normal person.